After a pitcher's duel in Game 1, will the bats come alive here in Game 2? From Carolina Softball Stadium at Beckham Field, it's Game 2 between the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Aggies from Texas A&M. Hi everyone, Brad Muller alongside the All-American Dr. Megan Matthews-Bunning. Thanks so much for joining us here this afternoon. Well, South Carolina won the opener here last night in a thriller, 3-1, a pitcher's duel. And Jory Hurd was magnificent for the Gamecocks in the circle.
Yeah, listen, South Carolina's coach, Ashley Chastain-Woodard, has said that Jory Hurd has picked this team up and is putting them on her back. Last night was her fourth complete game in her last 5 starts. She did scatter 7 hits, but she struck out 6 of the Aggie hitters to get the win. South Carolina really needs some of the other pitchers in the staff to start picking up some quality innings. Offensively, after scoring 16 runs at North Carolina on Wednesday, South Carolina's bats were limited to just 4 hits, but the big blow was from big bat Nat. Natalie Heath provided all the offense with 3-run homer in the second inning, and get this, it was her first home run of the season.
Yeah, it was a big one. Meanwhile, Texas A&M's pitching was pretty solid as well. Sydney Peters struck out 6 in her 6 innings of work, but obviously the Aggie bats were quiet, which is unusual for them. Junior Maya Perez blasted her 17th home run of the year last night for their lone run, and she is a handful, ranking 4th in the league in hitting entering the weekend and leads the SEC in on-base percentage and walks. In the circle for the Gamecocks, it's the junior Emma Friedel.
And Emma Friedel, she has high strikeout ratios on her rise ball and her changeup. She will mix down in the zone. She's going to stay in that mid-60s, but Friedel throws a lot of strikes, so you would think Texas A&M knows that. Look for them to be aggressive early.
You see her numbers on the year. Game 2 of the series bumped it up a couple of hours due to some storms expected in the area later tonight. So a little bit earlier start than it was on your schedule. Friedel in her first season with the Gamecocks after transferring from Kennesaw State. Coach talks about her high spin rate, really good stuff. This hasn't always translated in SEC play. And we'll take a look at the Aggie lineup. The Aggies coming in at 34-13, 14-5. Kennedy Powell, the third baseman, to lead things off. Perez, we told you, had that home run last night. She's reached in 50 consecutive games now. Underway here on a sunny, warm day in the capital city of Columbia, South Carolina. Powell, the senior, second leading hitter on the team. Just a bit inside, and Friedel falls behind 2-0. See the numbers for Powell on the year. 6th in the SEC in runs scored, 2nd in hits. And also dangerous on the base paths. And she takes a strike here, tied for 3rd in stolen bases with 17. Last night, Powell was good in the leadoff spot. 2 for 4 with a couple of doubles. Pops this one up into center field. Tori Ensley is there. 1 away. Gamecocks with the same lineup as last night. Ensley there in center. Quincy Lelio in left. Jamie McKay in right. Infield 3rd to 1st. Natalie Heath, Shay Anderson, Carly Shelton, Ari Rohde, and Lexi Winters is catching Emma Friedel.
I really like that comeback, that tone setting from Friedel. Got behind in the count kind of early, but did a really nice job coming down in the zone to get the out.
Kelsey Mathis stands in. The center fielder takes a strike. Mathis with good numbers in her sophomore season. Falls behind here, 0-2. Mathis moving up in the lineup. Was in the 6 hole yesterday, but went 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles as well. Moves into the 2 slot here today.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough match for South Carolina.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1, 2, 3. Down goes Kelsey Mathis. First strikeout for Emma Friedel.
Yeah, I think Friedel wants to shut me up real quick. Friedel did a really nice job climbing the ladder with her rise ball. I really like the emotion, that reaction like you saw. She got the strikeout. She was happy about that. Love that. But just to finish that thought, I mean, A&M comes off a loss last night, so you have to know they're going to come battling back. They have a tough lineup throughout. Look for South Carolina to use their pitchers. All of them.
There's Maya Perez. Told you about her in the open. Leading hitter for the Yankees. 4th in the SEC coming into the weekend in hitting. 6th in slugging. Leads the SEC coming into the weekend in on-base percentage. You see her numbers on the year. 455, 17 home runs, including one yesterday. And just over the outstretched arms of Natalie Heath for a base hit. She's going to try for second. Here comes the throw from Lilio, and she's in with a double. Perez with her 10th double of the season, and she has now reached in 51 consecutive games.
Yeah, Perez is one of those hitters that she's so good, you don't want her to be the difference maker in the game. So you've got to be very careful when you pitch to her. I like early in the game here allowing Friedel to go in on her, and Perez, that's just shows you what a good hitter she is. I mean, that pitch was not a great pitch to hit. She was still able to get something off of it.
So runner in scoring position with 2 down for Ariel Kowalewski, the catcher. Sophomore takes one on the inside corner. Kowalewski, one of 3 Aggie hitters hitting over 400 on the season. See her numbers on the year. Tied for 2nd in the SEC with 15 doubles coming into the weekend. And again, Friedel gets ahead, no balls and 2 strikes.
Friedel's doing a nice job of keeping these pitches tight on the corners.
Yeah, working into these lefties. A lot of lefties at the top of the lineup here.
Yeah, different looks. Sometimes right-handed pitchers can struggle to get in on that inside corner. They hesitate, shorten their arm up. She's doing a good job.
Strike 3 call. 2 strikeouts for Emma Friedel, and she's fired up. Why not? The Aggies get a runner to second. They leave her there. 2nd strikeout for Friedel. No scores. The Gamecocks come up for their first set of swings. Sydney Lessentine, the sophomore from New Mexico, takes to the circle for Texas A&M.
Yeah, and Lessentine is a pitcher that Coach Ford calls her surgeon. She's still going to throw in the upper 60s, but her ball really jumps really high, has a good spin rate. She moves up, down, out, change, can beat hitters in several different ways.
She'll take to the circle here, and she'll start off with Quincy Lilio for the Gamecocks. Gamecocks, not much change in their order. Lilio, the senior, in her 2nd season with the Gamecocks after transferring from Oklahoma. You see the seniors highlighted there in the lineup, final home series of their careers.
Coach Chastain Woodard said her senior class, these are iconic seniors for the program. They've just come in and done so much for her career, her 2-year career here so far.
Lilio hitting at .333 on the year. That's 3rd on the team. Tied for 6th in the SEC with 35 walks. Last night for South Carolina, their top 4 in the lineup were combined 0 for 11 with just 1 walk. So they really struggled to get on base in the top half of the order. Stays high here, and Lessentine falls behind here. Doesn't walk many. You can say that about these top two pitchers for Texas A&M. Lessentine, 90 strikeouts against 22 walks coming into the day. And gets an outside corner call there on Lelio. I thought Lelio was on her way on 4 pitches. Lessentine.
I actually thought that was a strike. Normally, I don't.
A pitch, a call you would have liked, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Popped up right side. Everyone chases. Will anyone get there? And it is a basket catch by Talon Edwards, the second baseman, to retire Quincy Lelio. Nice play by Edwards.
Yeah, I really also like what I saw from Lessentine right there. She's behind in the count. She looked like she was trying to go up, try to get Lelio to chase a little bit, and was struggling to find the zone. So she comes down, she goes out, then she goes right back on the inside corner to get the jam.
And you see what she likes to throw. Rise ball will be a lot of the pitches you'll see from Lessentine. Jamie McKay stands in, the slugging right fielder. McKay in her first season with the Gamecocks after transferring from Ole Miss. And she has had a hot bat as of late. 3 home runs in her last 6 games, 7 on the year. Had a home run cut, but came up empty, and Lessentine way ahead. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you can see the power of the rise ball right there with Lessentine. And if I see big cuts like that from a hitter, I'm going to eat you up all day with the rise ball. So looking for McKay to have a little bit more discipline here. Fouled
straight behind the plate. McKay, 298 on the year, 7 home runs, 19 knocked in. And earlier in the year, she was coming off the bench mostly as a pinch hitter. We saw her have a couple of walk-off home runs early in the year. We called her the closer.
Yeah, that was just a month ago, a little over a month ago. And just to see what she's done since then has been truly neat to watch.
Skies this one to right. Frankie Brazel is there. It's out number 2. 2 outs, nobody on quickly for the second baseman, Carly Shelton. Shelton from nearby Lexington, South Carolina. Second leading hitter for the Gamecocks coming into the day. Chopper right side. Edwards is there. And an easy 1-2-3 inning for Sydney Lessentine and the Aggies. We've played one here in Columbia. We're scoreless between the Aggies and the Gamecocks. Weekend here in Columbia, last regular season home series for the Gamecocks. They actually do have a non-conference game later in the week, but they honored the seniors here yesterday and got their numbers painted out on the field there in center field. And there's a lot of them. 8 seniors on this year's squad. It's going to be a lot of roster turnover.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of what happens. That's the norm these days. With the transfer portal and all that. But Coach Chastain Woodard made a really good point. She said, you know, you want to honor the seniors and give them their flowers and do all that, but you also have to be very careful with the sentiment kind of creeping over into the game. It's kind of like, all right, we're going to honor you, thank you, now we've got a game to play.
It's got to get the emotions out and go play.
It's important, yeah.
5, 6, and 7 due up for the Aggies here in the top of the second. Shortstop KK Dement to lead things off against Emma Friedel, who had a couple of strikeouts in the first inning. You see the numbers on the year for Dement. Good pop in the back. 0 for 3 yesterday with a strikeout. Takes a strike here from Friedel. DeBent last year, outstanding freshman season, D1 softball freshman All-American after hitting 16 home runs to lead the team at 64 RBI as well. Set Texas A&M freshman records last year with 18 doubles and those 64 runs batted in, which was the 4th most RBI in program history for a single season. Fisted foul.
You're kind of talking about the seniors for South Carolina. Well, A&M has a bunch of seniors too. They're kind of a seniors and sophomores is what Coach Tricia Ford talked about. But you know, something I do want to bring up as well is Coach Chastain talked about the importance of staying present, being in the moment for these seniors and for the team in general. So want to make sure they're not thinking about, well, what if I don't do this? You want to look back and not regret anything.
And staying in the present, DeMent needs a present, needs a new bat. She busted her bat on that foul ball off the fist.
Jammed it right in the right place.
Yep. I mean,
ooh, I'm liking this one. Look at this purple.
Yeah.
They didn't make bats in pretty colors when I played.
When I played ball, you got a bag with like 3 bats in them and everybody shared them. 1-2 from Friedel down low. Now you got to take out a mortgage payment to get a new bat for your child, right? You know how it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Then they grow and you got to get a new one the next year.
Right? It's like, no, you can use this one. You can use this T-ball bat.
Just got a piece of it. DeMent stays alive.
Yeah, but staying present, I do want to bring that up because you hear coaches talk about that all the time. It's one pitch at a time, one inning at a time. Be at where your feet at. Did you know that that's actually a skill that you can learn? You have to practice it. Be intentional with staying in the moment.
I believe you.
Yeah? Good. I thought you might agree.
Or else.
That's right.
I know who rules the roost up here. Gamecocks, a little bit of a shift on the left side of the infield. Another foul tip, and that got Lexi Winters off the mask there. They'll give her a little extra time. Catchers get beat up during the year, and that one got a piece of Lexi. Winters, tremendous defensive catcher in her 2nd season with the Gamecocks. Came with Coach Ashley Chastain Woodard from Charlotte. Was the American Conference Defensive Player of the Year her last year there. Take another look where this gets her. Oh yeah, right between the eyes, basically.
Yeah, and that speaks to also. I mean, obviously it tipped off the bat there, but that was a really solid rise ball on the inside corner by Friedel, and just this tight spin. Sometimes that happens, but talk about knocking you back into the present. Yeah. You're here, right here, Winters.
And that's what they want to make sure. She knows that she's still here because, yeah, catchers take a beating over a long season.
Yeah, they do.
Winters at least got a little more help this year. They're going to give her a chance to take a warm-up here, make sure she's good. She says she is. When they brought in Jamie McKay this year from Ole Miss, McKay, who's playing right field now, is the backup catcher. And occasionally will spell Winters behind the plate.
Well, and you have to be careful too, because you've got to check for concussion, make sure she can see straight.
Yep.
I remember playing, I think it was my senior year, we had 2 catchers go out with concussions.
Really?
Yeah.
You got an emergency catcher? Or is it
Yep, sure did. Pulled in one of our corners and did a little bit of catching.
2-2 again. Strike 3 called, nipped the outside corner. 3rd strikeout for Emma Friedel.
Friedel is dealing. She is in the zone, locked in. Yeah, maybe you don't like that call off the plate, but if you're a pitcher, you sure do.
Hey, from here, from up above, it looked like it nipped the very top corner, and Friedel has been hitting that spot consistently. And if you can hit the same spot over and over, you're going to get the same call.
Yeah, well, and it's where it crosses the plate, not where it finishes.
Right.
So, like you said, nipping the front edge of that plate, that corner.
Michaela Wark stands in, takes a strike. Yeah, well, we're positioned behind home plate. We're looking down right over the plate, so you actually get a really good view. Michaela Warwick, the first baseman, one of the seniors for the Aggies. A lot of pop in her bat, leading the team with 18 home runs. Pops this one up behind the plate, and those 18 home runs coming into the weekend tied for 7th in the SEC. Warwick last night 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Had a redshirt year at Kansas and 3 years at Oklahoma State. This is her first year at Texas A&M. That one just off the plate. There's 62 runs batted in, tied for 6th most in a single season. And the 18 home runs tied for 6th as well in the Texas A&M record books. A little too far off the plate there.
Well, and you can see, but just based off what you said with Warwick's power, Friedel's respecting that. You know, she came in with some spin on the inside, then everything else has been, you know, pretty good off the plate, trying to get her chase. She's not giving her anything too good to hit.
2-2, strike 3 called, nipped the top corner again. 3rd strikeout in a row, 4th overall for Emma Friedel, and the last 3 have been looking.
Yeah, you can see Friedel kept trying to go to that spot. She's been getting the call. 2 pitches before that were ball off the plate, and she tightens it up just a little, and you can see it looks like she's just nipping the front corner, front outside corner of the plate.
Second baseman Talon Edwards stands in. 2 outs, nobody on here in the second. Another lefty in this lineup. Edwards hit in the 2 spot yesterday, was 0 for 3 with a walk. See her numbers on the season. Edwards, another transfer from Oklahoma State as well in her first season with the Aggies. He's a D1 softball freshman All-American back in 2023. 3rd team All-Region in 2024 and named to the Big 12 All-Defensive team last year. And won a Rawlings Gold Glove at 3rd base last year as well. They give out 1 for every position, and she was the recipient at 3rd base. Friedel falls behind for one of the few times today. 3-1 to Talon Edwards. Hit in the air to left field. Lelio is there, inning over. An easy 1-2-3 inning for Emma Friedel and the Gamecocks. We're still scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second here in Columbia. We move to the bottom of the second inning. here in game 2 of this 3-game series. Dances kind of like you, Megan.
What you don't know is that I taught him his moves.
Yeah.
Cocky can move much better than me.
You know, people don't call you out for your dancing skills.
Well, they do. I just don't listen.
Yeah, they just say, oh, that's so mid. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Gamecocks in their half of the second. First baseman Ariana Rhodey to lead things off. Rhodey, the senior, tied for the team lead with 10 home runs this year after a school record 17 last year. First pitch from Sydney Lessentine, taken for a strike.
Yeah, and even just when you and I worked together a little over a month ago, we were talking about Rhodey was still trying to figure it out, just trying to get some mechanical things, and it sounds like and looks like she's starting to find her groove again.
Yeah, had 2 home runs in a game last week. Ooh, that pitch was.
That pitch was.
Yeah, a little bit out, Rhodey thought.
Yeah.
And Lessentine working ahead here. No balls, 2 strikes. Rhodey 0 for 2 with a walk yesterday.
You know, but just like what we saw Friedel do, got to figure out the zone, catching the front of the corner every time.
She's hitting that same spot. And Rhodey down on strikes. First strikeout for Lessentine. She says, your pitcher can hit that spot, I'll hit that spot too.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I can't tell if it's hitting the front of the corner, but what I can tell is the umpire is calling it.
Yep.
So as a hitter, you've got to make that adjustment. And as a pitcher, I'm going to keep going there.
See Texas A&M's staff pitching numbers coming into today. Tori Ensley stands in. She's the center fielder. The Aggies 7th in strikeouts. Ensley, first year with the Gamecocks after transferring from NC State. Hits that one into center field for a base hit. First hit of the afternoon for the Gamecocks and their first base runner.
That's a nice adjustment by Ensley on that outside pitch that, you know, it looks like it's way off the plate, and you can see she made the adjustment. She's not going to get beat on that because it's going to get called.
Ensley with her second hit of the series after going 1 for 2 with a walk yesterday. Brings up the DP, the freshman Kai Byers. Byers, a Virginia native. Takes a strike here. Byers 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout yesterday. Scored one of the runs on the home run by Natalie Heath. Off the plate. Byers getting her average back up a little bit. Had 2 hits at Missouri last weekend, and that snapped an 0 for 14 slump for her. And then on Wednesday in their wild win at North Carolina, she went 3 for 4 with a double, a home run, and a season-high 5 runs batted in.
So she had a game.
Pops this one up left side. KK Dement, the shortstop, is there. 2 away. Byers was one early in the season that was in that rotation in right field along with McKay and Nia McKnight, but now getting a lot of opportunities as the DP. And here's the hero of one of the heroes of yesterday's game for the Gamecocks, the third baseman Natalie Heath. They call her Big Bat Nat. She had her first home run of the season. Check swing here. Wark, the first baseman, will tag her out, and down go the Gamecocks here in the second. They get a hit, but they leave her stranded. We're scoreless after 2 in Columbia.
pushes one.
Just smash this. Throw the bat.
And the drama continues.
It is almost that time. You've got this weekend and then next weekend to close out the regular season, and then it's tournament time. The SEC tournament in Lexington this year. Everybody will be there, single elimination, and almost everybody there will be ranked in the top 25. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is, and they better enjoy it at an SEC school because it's about to change locations,
Yep.
which I like.
Going to a neutral site,
That's right.
Yep. Top of the third rolls around. We're scoreless here in game 2. 8-9-1 due up for the Aggies. Paisley Allen, the left fielder, set to lead things off against Emma Friedel, who struck out 4 in the first 2 innings. Allen in her first year at Texas A&M after transferring from Georgia. She was 0 for 2 yesterday. Infield in, she squares and pulls back on a pitch inside. And Coach Tricia Ford of Texas A&M, talking about Paisley Allen, said she's their most easygoing player. And Coach Ford admits she is not that way. So it helps bring balance.
Yeah, you've got to have that when you have such strong personalities in that head coach position, especially. And yeah, I'll talk forever about behavior profiling and the type of profile I think Coach Ford has just based off of what she said. And I can tell you, if you follow disc profiling, she has a rare profile, if I am accurate. Now, let me preface this. I actually am an expert in the field of sports psych and get paid to do this kind of work.
That's where the doctor comes from. Right, yes.
Like, this is my field of expertise and research. But her, Coach Ford, her profile is only about 11% of coaches and athletes have the type of profile I think she has, based off of what I've heard. So 9% of the population. So a lot of people aren't going to think like her.
What you got to like about Paisley Allen at Georgia last year, played shortstop and then moved over to second base and comes to Texas A&M and they put her in the outfield. The coach says she just wants to play ball. She doesn't care. Just put me out there. And you got to love that.
Well, and she also talked about Coach also talked about how rare that is. And I think that makes me sad. But, thinking about if I have an athlete that comes to me and says, I don't care where I play, I just want to be on the field, it's like, heck yes.
Payoff pitch fouled off. You saw the resume there for Coach Tricia Ford in her 4th year in College Station. It's taken them to to a couple NCAA tournaments, including last year. They were a #1 seed last year. First time that's happened at Texas A&M. They lost at home in the regional, and she said that still bugs her, which you would think it would.
Yeah, and normally you'll hear teams say, well, we don't talk about that anymore. Well, they do, because Coach herself has a hard time letting that go, but also it's a reminder of this is where we don't want to go here again. So we're going to do things, and we're going to remember the mistakes that we made to a degree so that we make sure that we fight not to be there again.
Good battle here between Allen and Friedel. Another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 5th strikeout for Emma Friedel. And you and I were talking during the break. This is the most emotion I've seen from Friedel all season.
Yeah, I feel like a month and so ago, mid-March, I called and I saw Friedel, and she did have this emotion, and then I don't know where it went. And now it's coming back, and I love it. You've got to let your athletes play with emotion. The game's not fun if you don't. So within reason, let them play.
There's Frankie Vrazel, the right fielder, hitting in the 9 spot. Infield in for her. She takes strike 1. See Vrazel's number, putting up almost identical numbers to last year when she hit .330 with 14 runs batted in. Very similar numbers here late in the season. Friedel going outside, back in, but misses that time. Vrabel 0 for 2 yesterday.
What I'm really liking more than the emotion from Friedel is she's getting behind in the count on some of these batters, and she's not letting it affect her game. She's working her way back, letting her defense do some work. It's not affecting her, and that happens, especially when you have such aggressive hitters, good hitters like you see with A&M. Sometimes you got to start from behind.
Falls behind here, 2-1 to Vrazel. And falls way behind here. Aggies looking for a base runner. They had a double with 2 outs in the first inning, but left her stranded. Infield still shallow. Hit in the air to center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. So good job by Brazel to turn the order over and get on. Second hit of the day for the Aggies.
Yeah, that was a nice battle. I mean, we talked about Friedel working from behind, but this is kind of the you have give and take there, and this was one of those. Sometimes you got to bring it too close to the plate. Now Brazel set up Powell, turn the inning over. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments A&M. This will be the second time through the order.
Kennedy Powell stands in, flied out to center to lead off the game. Takes a strike here. Gamecocks with the corners in. Told you Powell, a couple of doubles yesterday. Gets a good bunt down. Winters will take it, throws to first, and not in time. Bang, bang play at first. And Powell legs it out for an infield single. Take another look.
Goodness, that was such a well-placed ball. Talk about hand-eye coordination, not allowing Friedel's spin to get to you. South Carolina struggles a little bit with the short game, and Coach Chastain Woodard knows that. She openly admitted it, said she wouldn't be surprised to see A&M start this. I think this is why we're getting a visit to the mound right now.
Yeah, they said they've been working a lot lately on bunt defense, especially since Natalie Heath has taken over third. She's not normally a third baseman. She's been a DH most of her career here and hadn't played much in the infield this year, so they've been working a lot on bunt defense. And that was just a perfect bunt. You saw the spin in front of the plate. No chance for Heath to be the first one there.
Yeah, it just died.
Yep.
Normally the ball's going to travel a little bit,
Yep.
into the defense's glove, but not that one. That was just a very well-placed bunt. But yeah, when you're talking about bunt defense, I mean, especially if you have people in the infield that aren't used to playing in those positions on the corners, it's about speed, it's about read, it's about knowing the speed on the bases. You've got to, it's footwork, it's all the things. Then, you've got to make a good throw too, right?
So a little adversity here for Emma Friedel. First and second, 1 out. And it brings up Kelsey Mathis, a strikeout victim last inning, or in the first inning, I should say. Gamecocks again in at the corners. Also playing her to pull a little bit with Shelton, the second baseman, close to the bag, and the shortstop Shea Anderson playing in the middle of the left side. Misses high here. Friedel had been cruising along, then the single to center, and the bunt now falls behind here 2-0. There's a strike.
Yeah, so if I'm Friedel, I'm not changing anything. I am continuing to keep the same energy, attack the corners like I have been, allow my defense to do some work. And if I'm Mathis, I'm making Friedel work. She's already behind in the count. I want to make her bring it closer to the plate. Give me something I can hit.
Stays low. Most of the times Friedel has missed, she's missed just below the knees. Some of the Gamecock faithful getting a little anxious. Our home plate umpire Vince Price has been consistent to this point. And first walk allowed by Friedel will load the bases.
And then now look.
Yeah. Yeah. This is not the one you want coming up if you're South Carolina with the bases loaded. It's Maya Perez, nowhere to put her. Their leading hitter, their second leading home run hitter, who blasted one out of here last night.
Yeah, depending on the hitter, like with Perez, sometimes you do make the decision to intentional walk with bases loaded as well, just to minimize the damage, but they're going to pitch to her.
Comes inside. Perez with that double in the first inning has now reached in 51 consecutive games, which is just hard to wrap your brain around. Big spot here in the third inning. Again comes inside, trying not to let her extend her hands.
Yeah, you can see Friedel's not as loose. I almost wonder if she started to kind of overthinking her placement on her pitches instead of just relaxing, keeping the same momentum.
There's some warm-up work in the South Carolina bullpen, and that hits her. So Perez gets an RBI the hard way, and that's the first run of the game. 4 straight have reached.
You know, and kind of like what I was saying, sometimes you make the decision to go ahead and walk. Well, that's one way to do it too. So, you know, in all honesty, I mean, now you still have a chance to get out of this inning with 1 run. I mean, I know you still have to pitch to Perez and make her work, but at the same time, if you look at stats, you don't want to sometimes take that risk.
And now it's about minimizing the damage. Bases still loaded, still 1 out for the cleanup hitter, the catcher Ariel Kowalewski, who looked at strike 3 to end the first inning. Infield in, outfield at normal depth. See the numbers on Kowalewski. Grounded right side. Shelton will come home. They'll get the out there, and that's all they'll get. But a good play by Carly Shelton. It gets on you a little quicker with the infield in, but she made a smooth play.
Yes, textbook. Pulling the defense in to get the runner at home.
So now 2 outs, bases still loaded for KK DeMent, who is a strikeout victim last inning. Infield backed up at normal depth. Nice spot there again for Friedel. That's been her happy place so far today. Both pitchers have been working the corners very well.
Yeah, and it doesn't change here. Friedel was in a good stretch, looking to get that back. Still, you can still work the corners in a bases loaded situation.
Way ahead here now, no balls, 2 strikes.
Well, let me back up. You can work the corners in a bases loaded situation when you've been on.
Yes.
Like if you're struggling, you've got to sometimes just go right for it.
0-2. Must have been low.
That's a tough pitch.
Yeah.
That's a tough pitch to take, especially considering the calls that they've been getting, both sides.
It was definitely over the plate. Must have been below the knees. You saw Winters, the catcher, make a move to head back towards the dugout. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 6th strikeout for Emma Friedel, and she minimizes the damage. But the Aggies do get on the board. They get a run. They leave the bases loaded. 1-0 Aggies as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Here's Coach Ashley Chastain Woodard in her second year as the head coach at her alma mater. Had a terrific first year, obviously, last year, taking the Gamecocks to the Super Regional, one pitch away from making it to the Women's College World Series, hosting the Supers last year. And after a terrific career as a head coach at Charlotte, just up the road here, an outstanding pitching coach throughout her career, and now back home. 8-9-1 due up for the Gamecocks in their half of the third. Aggies leading at 1-0.
And I think just for Coach Chastain Woodard, I mean, what a dream job. And she said that. I mean, I think she said that in her hire interview that she did. I mean, this is just a dream for her. As an alum of this program, I'm excited to see her and what her staff will do. I think it was a great hire. Love the approach.
Lexi Winters skies this one to left field. Paisley Allen is there, and there's quickly one away. Winters hitting in the 8th spot. Had 2 of the 4 hits for the Gamecocks yesterday. Was 2 for 2, but retired here. Brings up the 9-hole hitter, the shortstop, Shea Anderson. Sophomore California native, 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts yesterday. Got some pop on the bat with 6 home runs on the season. Sydney Lessentine, in her 3rd inning of work, has limited the Gamecocks to just 1 hit, has a strikeout, hasn't walked anybody. And has worked a lot of quick innings already.
Yeah, so far it's been a pitcher's duel. South Carolina got into a little bit of trouble in the inning prior, of course, but you've got to give credit to Lessentine and A&M's defense. They're doing a nice job of keeping South Carolina off balance and off the bases.
One to Anderson. Nips the top of the plate. A little too far off the plate there. Lessentine's going to be around the plate most of the day. She's only issued more than 2 walks in a game once this year. That was her last outing last weekend against Mississippi State when she had 4. So she doesn't give up a lot of free passes. Hit in the air down the left field line. Shortstop comes over. Paisley, or rather KK DeMintz got it. And there's 2 away.
You know, when you talk about a pitcher that has that strikeout to walk ratio, they stay in and around the zone. As a hitter, that lets you know, look, she's going to give me something. I need to be aggressive. I'm not going to be able to stand here with the bat on my shoulder.
Here's Quincy Lelio, 0 for 1, fouled out to the second baseman Edwards in the 1st inning. As I mentioned, the top part of the order for the Gamecocks yesterday, the 1 through 4 hitters were combined 0 for 11 with just 1 walk. And Lelio, one of those who's usually on base in some fashion, whether it's hit or walks, tied for 6th in the SEC in walks coming into the season. Takes a strike here. Lessentine trying to retire the Gamecocks in order for the 2nd time today. Ground ball right side. Edwards has it go off the heel of her glove, and the Gamecocks get a base runner. Went to the backhand with it and just caromed off the heel. And Gamecocks get their 2nd base runner of the day.
Yeah, Lelio just went up and got that. Yeah, almost like I had my head down to record what the pitch was. It almost looked like that she had a little bit more time, could have slid, maybe got her body behind that.
First error for the Aggies in this series. Jamie McKay stands in, takes a strike. She flied out to right field in the 1st inning. McKay, one of those neat stories. The California native comes to Carolina through Ole Miss. Did not play high school softball, played baseball at her high school and her whole life growing up. Asked Coach Ashley Chastain Woodard, had you ever recruited a player who did not play softball. And she said, I don't think I have.
I don't know many coaches that have.
Nope.
This is a very unique situation. That's the first look that I've seen of Lessontine's changeup. So it looks like she has kind of withheld that pitch. And I like that.
Yep.
I like that. When
second time through the order now. Yep.
Yep. Throw, kind of withhold something. Don't throw it until you have to, and then you're mixing something else in a little bit later in the game.
Hit in the air to center field. Kelsey Mathis has it measured. And that'll do it for the Gamecocks, and they're half the third. They get a runner board, can't do anything with it. 1-0 Texas A&M as we head to the fourth. Frito's been pretty solid as we head to the fourth inning. 6 strikeouts in the first 3 innings. She's had 2 Ks in every inning so far.
And Frito has been doing a nice job mixing her rise, but she has been nailing the outside corner because that's the spot she's been given. So we're seeing her stay lower in the zone a little bit more than I think usual.
Gave up the 1 run last inning, but worked out of a major jam because the Aggies had the bases loaded with just 1 out, only gave up the 1 run.
It really was a strategic, you know, I mean, she ended up hitting Perez to walk the run in, but when you look back on it, that wasn't really a bad outcome.
It could have been a lot worse, the old Barry Bonds philosophy. Here's the first baseman, Michaela Wark, to lead things off for the Aggies. 0 for 1, looked at strike 3 in the second inning. Wark, so good to have this deep in the lineup. Hitting the 6th spot, she's your home run leader with 18. Skies this one to right field. McKay going back to the warning track to the wall. She will touch them all. Right on cue, Michaela Wark hits her 19th long one of the year. It's 2-0 Aggies.
Yeah, I think you teed that one up, Brad. But yeah, it just definitely speaks to having power in that 6th hole. Like their little celebration there.
That was a moonshot. 19th of the season for Wark. 48th of her career. Brings up the second baseman, Talon Edwards. Flied out to left to end the second inning, 0 for 1. I like this Aggie lineup in that there's a lot of right, left with the hitters.
Yeah, I see a lot of left.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and as a coach, when you're scouting and you know you've got a lot of left-handed hitters coming up in the team you're about to play, you definitely try to practice that with your pitchers, whether you have the left-handed hitters to stand in live or you put a dummy hitter in there, like a literal dummy, hard.
Yes.
You're not calling someone a dummy.
Right.
Like there's fake hitters you put in there. Conversation
in the circle to make sure Winters and Friedel are on the same page. Edwards finished high school early. She's a senior now, but started her collegiate career a year early, similar to what Carly Shelton did for South Carolina. That is hard to do, especially in this league.
Definitely, and not something you really see a whole lot either. I'm seeing it a little more the last several years, but that's not something that's traditional.
Now you've got two on the same field here. Gamecocks in at the corners. Hit in the air down the left field line. Quincy Lelio, long way to run, makes the grab in foul territory, and there's one away.
I like that comeback by Emma Friedel. It's hard when you give up a home run. It's not something you really like, but to be able to turn around and get the next out, that's what you're looking for. You're looking now also for this out, but at the same time, that immediate response, that's how you stop the wheels from falling off.
Here's the left fielder, Paisley Allen, a strikeout victim in the third inning. Skies that one foul. Had home run depth, but pulled it foul.
It's just a strike, Brad.
It is. It's just a strike. By the way, that home run earlier by Wark, the Aggies now have hit at least one home run in 37 of their 48 games this year. Came into the weekend tied for 6th in the SEC in total home runs hit. But they do it almost on a daily basis.
Yes,
based on that number.
Lot.
Ball and 2 strikes on Paisley Allen.
And that's something that, as a coach, as an opposing coach, you prepare for too. Like, you're talking to your pitchers, look, they have been hitting home runs in almost every game that they've played.
Right.
So don't be surprised if there's a long ball. We're going to try to minimize that by staying lower in the zone. Nice comeback.
Yep, strike 3 called.
Friedel.
Second time Allen has struck it out, and Friedel now with 7 strikeouts on the afternoon.
I really like this response by Friedel. I know she gave up the long ball, which we just talked about. It's going to happen with the Texas A&M lineup, but the way she's come back on these last 2 batters, I love that fight.
Yeah, if you're going to give up a home run, you want it to be a solo shot.
Yep. I'm sorry, I was going to say too, just to finish that, I like how Coach Chastain Woodard is giving Friedel a longer leash. That's something she talked about. She wanted to be intentional about doing.
Frankie Vrazel stands in, the right fielder, singled and scored in the 3rd inning. Misses inside. Friedel with 7 strikeouts now. Season high is 9. That was against St. Mary's of California. Actually, she struck out 9 twice this year. Career best was when she was at Kennesaw State, had 15 in a game. Ground ball. Shelton can't come up with it. It'll roll into right center for a base hit. Ground ball with eyes there, and it's the 5th hit of the afternoon for the Aggies. Second hit for Vrazel today.
I was going to say, Vrazel's seeing the ball well off of Friedel. Both hits have been solid shots around the same location.
Back to the top of the order now for Kennedy Powell, who had a bunt single in the 3rd inning. It was later erased at home plate. Gamecocks bring the corners in. Middle infield playing at halfway.
This is where we saw A&M get on the board, almost the exact same situation.
Shelton's got this one, flips the roadie at first in time, inning over. The Aggies do get the run on the solo home run by Michaela Wark. They lead it 2-0 here in Columbia. Good top 25 series in collegiate softball this weekend. A couple in the SEC as well. Georgia, Oklahoma. Boy, what Oklahoma's doing this year with the home runs. 165 home runs already. Kendall Wells with 35 home runs on the season. That's more than some teams.
Yeah, she's hitting 21% of their home runs have been produced by her.
And she's a freshman. Yeah,
you forget about that.
Yeah, SEC folks said, well, everyone's going to deal with her for 3 more years. Good luck with that. Here's Carly Shelton to lead things off for the Gamecocks in their half of the 4th. Gamecocks trailing now 2-0. Shelton 0 for 1, grounded out to second to end the first inning. First pitch swinging, and she'll be retired by the first baseman, Michaela Wark. Another quick out here. Lesentine has made quick work of the Gamecocks today. Just 1 hit, hasn't walked anybody. Gamecocks' only other base runner was on an error. Brings up the first baseman, Ariana Rohde. Rohde, a strikeout victim, looking to lead off the second inning. 0 for 3 in the series. Had a healthy cut, but came up empty.
Lesentine has been tough. We talked about how Jory Hurd has been nails for South Carolina, and Friedel. We've seen bits and pieces of that, but you can't overlook Lesentine. She has been solid.
Tried the checker swing. Did she go around? She did not. Lesentine's last outing last Saturday against Mississippi State. 7 innings, no runs, 3 hits. She has been rolling. And as we mentioned before, does not give up a lot of free passes. Only issuing 2 walks, or more than 2 walks once this year. That was last week when she walked 4, but she does not allow many. Over below, falls behind here to Rohde.
Well, and A&M's pitchers have been solid in the circle, and they've been producing. They've been on a run. Last night, I think, broke their winning streak up just a little bit, but A&M's had a really great year.
1 hopper to short. KK Dementa's there, throws across in time, and Rohde is retired for out number 2. Lesentine in a nice groove here. Quickly 2 outs for the center fielder, Tori Ensley. Ensley has the Gamecocks' lone hit of the day. That was a single to center in the second inning. A little confab in the circle to make sure everybody's on the same page. Ensley, the Gamecocks' leading hitter coming into the day, tied for the team lead with 10 home runs, leads Carolina with 39 runs batted in. Foul tipped into the mitt.
Like that pitch from Lesentine. Again, we're starting to see more of her changeup. Ensley, the only hit off of her, so she's going to come and mix it up early. Keep her guessing.
Hit down the left field line, back and gone. Tori Ensley gets the Gamecocks on the board with her 11th home run of the season.
I think it's safe to say that Tori Ensley is seeing the ball well off of Lesentine. Completely fooled on a first pitch changeup, and then Ensley sits back and drives this rise. It looks like it just was over the plate, didn't get enough jump. Right out of the park.
40th RBI of the season for Tori Ensley to cut the deficit in half and get the Gamecock fans into it. Second home run of the series for South Carolina. Again, all of their runs yesterday came on the 3-run home run from Natalie Heath. They hit 4 home runs in their midweek win against North Carolina. Kai Byers, the freshman, stands in. Popped out to short in the second inning. 0 for 1 today. Byers, a freshman, has got her bat going a little bit, as we told you last time. The last couple of weeks, she's been swinging the bat much better.
Yeah, Coach Chastain Woodard said that Byers has stepped up and said, yeah, I'll hit DP.
KK DeMint retires Byers, and that'll do it for the Gamecocks in their half of the fourth. But they do it on the board. Tori Ensley with her 11th home run of the season. It's 2-1 Aggies as we head to the fifth. Fifth here in Columbia. Got another pitcher's duel. Last night, South Carolina opened the series with a 3-1 victory over the Aggies. Texas A&M leading it here 2-1. They'll send the 2, 3, and 4 hitters to the plate against the junior Emma Friedel, who has struck out 7 batters through 4 innings. Aggies with single runs in the third and the fourth. Gamecocks got their lone run in the bottom of the fourth. Mathis to lead things off. Strikeout victim in the first inning and then walked in the third. Was left stranded at third base when they left the bases loaded. Gamecocks playing Mathis to pull. Left side of the infield is kind of hugging the line. Shelton almost behind the bag at second.
When you have defensive shifts like this, as a pitcher, it's important that you pitch to the defense a little bit. I mean, if Friedel were to leave one over the outside part of the plate, there's a nice little gap right there. Got to be strategic.
Going inside out there, inside on the first pitch, or the previous pitch, outside on that one. Ball and 2 strikes now. Too far in that time.
I remember as a pitcher, sometimes we do a little bit of shifting, and to be honest with you, I didn't want to know.
Well, you thought you could strike everybody out anyway, right?
But you got to be careful as a pitcher. You don't want to think too much about it. I need to throw what's called unless I disagree, you know, and have I can shake off, but I just got to be on point.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Mathis down swinging for the second time today. 8th strikeout for Emma Friedel.
You can see Friedel, like me, just didn't care. She's going to throw what was called. Get back into her groove, like seeing her bring the rise down just a little bit to sell it.
There comes Maya Perez, who's been a thorn in the Gamecock side all weekend. Doubled in the first inning, left stranded at second, hit by a pitch with the bases loaded in the third to account for the first run of the day. Stands in with the bases empty and 1 out. Of course, had the home run yesterday to account for their lone run in the 3-1 loss.
Timeout here. Again, anytime Perez comes up to bat, this is a situation where you don't want one person to hurt you.
Yes.
And so you've got to be very careful. And she is a weapon. She's not just been a thorn in South Carolina's side. She's been a thorn in literally everybody's side.
Everybody. Well, as we said, you know, with the double and a hit by a pitch here, she's reached in 51 straight games. Second team All-American, first team All-SEC last year. She can do it all there at the plate.
And for South Carolina, this is one of those situations where you really have to think about, do you just go ahead, don't throw her anything good, put her on, and then really attack the next two hitters that haven't done much.
Take your chances with someone else. You know, that's a pitch you can get away with. If you can hit the inside corner where someone like Perez maybe can't extend her hands, that's what you're looking for. And if she doesn't swing and it's a ball, you're okay with that too.
Sure, that's better. But you've got to be very, very tight on those corners.
Yeah, because she does have that open stance. She can definitely get hands around.
Absolutely. So as a pitcher, I'm thinking, like, yeah, I want, if I get a called strike, great. But if I'm coming in on her, I want it on the chalk line, to be honest. Or at least a break to that.
Hammers that one to right field. McKay makes the catch at her shoestrings. Nice play by Jamie McKay. How about that?
Yeah, how about them apples? That gets by her. That's, you know, multiple bases there for Perez. Perez rips this inside pitch, but good job pulling that off.
And again, McKay, who's playing a lot of right field this year, a catcher most of her career.
So, you can kind of see it there.
Yeah, that's not a routine play, and definitely not for a catcher. 2 outs, bases empty for the catcher, Ariel Kowalewski. Looked at strike 3 to end the first inning, reached on a fielder's choice in the third.
When you talk about having trust in your pitcher, South Carolina let them pitch to Perez.
Friedel makes the play herself to Shelton covering the bag, and the Aggies retired in order here in the 5th. Still 2-1 Aggies here in Columbia. Due up against Sydney Lessentine, who's been very effective today against the Gamecocks. Not overpowering, but not leaving things out over the middle of the plate either.
Yeah, I mean, Lessentine is just getting her job done. She's not giving South Carolina anything to get a good piece on. You can see right there, she's not striking out a lot of people. Where we see Friedel, she's already up to 8 strikeouts for South Carolina. Lessentine isn't. She has 1, but she's solid. She's on a roll. South Carolina's not doing anything against her yet.
Yeah, and she's getting quick outs. See, only 44 pitches.
Yeah, very efficient.
Yep.
We're looking around that 82 to 92 mark for a 7-inning game.
Natalie Heath will stand in. The third baseman takes a strike. She grounded out to first to end the second inning. 0 for 1 today. Of course, had the 3-run home run yesterday to account for all of the Gamecocks scoring. It was in the second inning. Pops this one foul. Big Bat Nat, as they call her, was a neat story. Her first several years here at South Carolina was hurt a lot, didn't play much, was 0 for 5 in her first few years here. Then last year becomes more of a regular player, mostly as a DP. And all she did was hit .282 with 6 home runs last year. .02 pitch, didn't chase. Both of South Carolina's hits are off the bat of Tori Ensley, the single and a solo home run.
I love it when players work hard to earn a spot, and this was, you know, Big Bat Nat was a change that South Carolina needed to make, and Coach Chastain Woodard was okay making that, and her teammates supported putting Natalie in.
Lesentine picks up her second strikeout here as Heath is retired. Came up and in. Here's the catcher, Lexi Winters. Winters 0 for 1 today, a fly to left field in the 3rd inning after going 2 for 2 yesterday. Had 2 of the Gamecocks' 4 hits. And she'll take a strike here. Too far off the plate that time. Winters hitting .252 on the year, just 1 home run, 16 runs batted in. Had her best year with the bat in her career last year in her first season with the Gamecocks. After transferring from Charlotte, hit .331 with 6 home runs and 53 runs batted in. Skies this one to left field. Paisley Allen goes back, makes the grab for out number 2. Gamecocks are going to get a pinch hitter here in the 9 spot. Shea Anderson scheduled to hit, but we're going to get a pinch hitter there. Looks like Tate Davis has grabbed a bat, the sophomore from Greer, South Carolina, a transfer from Ole Miss as well in her first season with the Gamecocks. She was the starting 3rd baseman the first half of the season and then struggled a bit with the bat. And Natalie Heath took over there, but she'll get an opportunity here as a pinch hitter.
For South Carolina, I mean, offensively, I think it's safe to say it's been a down year a little bit. And especially at this point in the season, you've got to put people in there that are going to give you the best chance at the plate.
2 outs, bases empty. Davis had a home run cut, came up empty. Davis .277 on the year, does have 4 home runs, 26 knocked in. Trying to get her bat going again. And that got a piece of her. First hit batter by Lesentine today, and the Gamecocks get a base runner with 2 outs.
Davis comes in and she does her job.
Yep.
She got on base.
Yeah,
doesn't matter what it takes.
Yeah, turn the lineup over to back to the top of the order. As Quincy Lelio will stand in. Lelio 0 for 2, fouled out to the second baseman, reached on a fielding error by the second baseman Edwards in the 3rd inning.
As a pitcher, I think that rule is baloney.
Yeah.
I think you have to make an effort to move, but you know what? For South Carolina, they'll take it.
Yep. And Lelio takes a strike here. Infield playing back with 2 outs. Yeah, nowadays with a lot of the hitters using those shields on the elbow, there is no fear going up there, right?
Right. Take those things off. Let's see what happens.
Pops up the bunt behind the plate, and 0-2 hole for Lelio. Lesentine trying to get out of the inning without any damage. .02 pitch to Lelio. Up high. Gamecocks don't steal a lot of bases, tied for 10th in the SEC. Davis over at first, 5 out of 6. Stays alive. Gamecocks have not had multiple base runners in any inning today. 1-2 again. Grounded up the first base line, but Wark is there. She'll step on the bag, and the side is retired. Nothing doing for the Gamecocks in their half of the fifth. It's still 2-1 Texas A&M over South Carolina. What better way to spend Mother's Day weekend than to watch the NCAA tournament selection show, right?
Yes.
This is where the fun
absolutely.
begins. This is where all those dreams come true for some.
It honestly, it's one of the most fun times of the year. I know for South Carolina, they're in their last, I think Monday's the last day of classes and they hit exam week. I can't imagine that A&M's far behind that. Point being is that this is what you play for.
Yep.
You're playing for this postseason, end of season, get rid of school.
Seeing your name called on the show is awesome. To know you're. Some teams know they're playing. Some teams might not, know they're kind of sweating it out.
Yeah, and even just seeing where you're going to go.
Ground ball to Carly Shelton. Good throw to retire KK DeMint on the first pitch here in the 6th inning. And it was quickly one away as Emma Friedel continues to toil in the circle for the Gamecocks. DeMint 0 for 3 now, struck out her first 2 times. Here's the first baseman, Michaela Wark. Wark looked at strike 3 in the 2nd, but then led off the 4th inning with a blast to right field, her 19th home run of the year, to make it a 2-0 game at that point before the Gamecocks cut it in half.
I like how Friedel, quick work, going right at Wark.
That's what she did last time. Opposite field, and it was a moonshot.
Yeah, that was a solid piece of hitting. Looked like it was a pitch that was just flat by Friedel. But this, as a pitcher, this is fun. I mean, this is a tight game. You have a hitter that comes up that won against you the last at bat, so now this is your opportunity to come right back.
Yeah, the interesting thing with the power numbers with Wark, now 19 home runs, 63 runs batted in the top 10 in the SEC in both categories. No doubles. For someone with that much power, you're expecting a little more wall ball, right? But clearly when she gets a hold of one, it just goes.
She didn't want to waste any time.
Yeah.
Like, why do we need to run and just stop at second?
Yeah, when I can just jog around. And,
right?
Yeah.
Go big or go home. Gosh.
Even though she went opposite field last time, Gamecocks playing her to pull. And fouls that one off her shin guard. See the left side of the infield shifted over, and Shelton playing behind the bag at second. Almost behind the bag. Gamecocks won the first game yesterday 3-1. Aggies leading it here 2-1. Game 3 tomorrow. Megan and I will be back with you tomorrow afternoon. That'll be the last time we get to work together this year.
I know.
I'll try to hold back the tears.
It's been, what, 11 seasons?
Something like that. I've lost track.
Yeah.
2-2 inside.
It's a lot of fun, though.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for me, from player to coach to getting out of the game for a while, having a different career, and then getting to give back like this.
Second walk allowed by Emma Friedel. Came a little too far inside, so the Aggies get a runner aboard with one down. And we'll see if we get a runner at first for Wark.
I think Friedel, they were just trying not to allow
Yeah.
Wark get extended.
Haley Golden, a junior, will take her place on first base. Aggies looking for some insurance here in the 6th. Second baseman Tellen Edwards will stand in. She's flied out twice to left field. Gamecocks come in at the corners for her. Golden at first is 5 for 5 stealing bases this year, tied for second on the team, or actually tied for third on the team.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see A&M make an attempt here.
0-1 from Friedel. You see Winters look back, wanted to know where that was, must have been low. Fisted foul. Texas A&M trying to battle back to even the series here. They've won 5 of their 6 series this year. Gamecocks won their first series last weekend at Missouri in this gauntlet that is the SEC.
And I mentioned earlier how A&M has had a great season already. Not quite done. I can't even believe we're talking about the last series.
Hit in the air to center field. Ensley goes back to the warning track, makes a running grab up against the wall. Runner will tag and go to second. Heads up base running by Golden, but what a play by Tori Ensley.
Yeah, that is a tough play. Good piece of hitting here by Edwards. Honestly, it looked like it was going to go out. See how Ensley gets a good jump, turns the right way, knows exactly where the outfield fence is.
It's 220 to straightaway center here, and there's no breeze today. Ensley makes a good grab. Golden at second base with 2 outs. Looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter in the 8th spot for Paisley Allen, who struck out twice today. It's going to be Maddie Soni, a freshman from Hawaii. Coach Tricia Ford telling us that Soni is everybody's favorite teammate. Calls her the glue of the team, even though she's mostly a pinch hitter.
And a freshman.
Yep.
At that, so that should tell you something. Coming in a pinch hitter role and that kind of being your spot, that's tough. That is one of the hardest positions, I think, to play.
Grounded right side. Shelton is there, flips the first, inning over. So nothing doing for the Aggies in their half of the 6th. They leave a runner stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the frame, still 2-1 Aggies. remaining SEC series either this weekend or next, and you look at all those teams and those matchups, and I think for every one of them, I could say, I could see that team in the World Series.
Yeah, I could see all of that graphic in the World Series.
I know that's one conference, but wow, that is some highlight reel stuff there in the SEC with who's playing whom here in the final 2 weeks. Got a good one going here. Another pitcher's duel for the second straight day. Bottom of the 6th. South Carolina trailing, visiting Texas A&M here, 2-1. 2, 3, and 4 do up for the Gamecocks. Jamie McKay, the right fielder, to lead things off. McKay 0 for 2 today. A couple of flyouts to the outfield. As Sydney Lesentine continues to toil, she's held the Gamecocks to just 1 run on 2 hits. Has hit a batter and has not walked anybody today. She has been terrific and making quick work of the Gamecocks, coming up on 60 pitches right here. We were talking during the break how Emma Friedel has shown a lot of emotion in the circle today for South Carolina, which is great. Lesentine, a little bit different, just the even keel, business as usual.
Yeah, and that just speaks to how different every athlete is. You know, if this is how Lesentine prefers, like she needs to stay even keel. And I have clients that I work with that are like that. Like, I don't want to get too up or too down because I get, you know, this is just where her sweet spot is. And you have other pitchers like Friedel who like to show a little emotion. And I think the key there is let them be who they are if it's working.
McKay pops this one up left side. KK DeMint, the shortstop, is there, and there's one away. And the Gamecocks' struggles at the top of the lineup continue as the top 4 in the lineup have not had a hit in this series. Brings up the second baseman, Carly Shelton, 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts today. Takes one down the center for a strike. Shelton, like a lot of these student athletes, I always find it fascinating when you see a whole family of collegiate athletes. Carly's mom and dad played softball and baseball at Charlotte up the road. Her brother played baseball at Florida. Sister played at Florida Atlantic. Hits this one to left field for a base hit. Just the 3rd hit of the day for the Gamecocks. And the Gamecocks get a runner aboard with 1 out in the 6th.
That was a nice comeback by Shelton. That first pitch by Lesentine was a beautiful changeup. And you can see Shelton tracks this ball going up in the zone, gets a nice piece on it.
Brings up Ari Rohde, the first baseman. We'll get a pinch runner at first base for Shelton. It'll be Nia McKnight, the sophomore, who was a starting right fielder for a good chunk of the season. And when Jamie McKay got hot, McKnight relegated a little bit more to pinch running duties. Does have 6 stolen bases on the year. But a very good player in her own right. The Gamecocks have that nice problem of the rotation they've had in right field. Here's Rohde looking for her first hit of the series. 0 for 2 today. A strikeout and a ground out. McKnight not running yet, but you get the feeling she might be because Shelton runs decently, and the fact that they lifted her for McKnight as a pinch runner makes you think that might be part of the equation, even though the Gamecocks don't run that much.
Well, South Carolina has to start manufacturing runs, and then if you look at, you know, who's the only person that's really done anything off of Lesentine? Well, she's standing on the on-deck circle.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to get those runners as close to home plate as they can, set Inslee up.
Rohde trying to get her bat going again. Entered the week with only 1 RBI in her previous 7 games, and then she hit 2 home runs at North Carolina on Wednesday in that wild affair.
Coach Chastain Woodard talked about just South Carolina being in this fight. They're trying to fight their way through these wins. They want to win.
Rohde will sky to right. Brazel is there, and there's 2 away in the Gamecocks' 6th. Here's Tori Inslee, the center fielder, who has 2 of the 3 hits. This was her last trip in the 4th inning to get the Gamecocks on the board, and she ripped that one over the wall and left for her 11th home run of the year. Now leading the Gamecocks in home runs. again has 2 of the 3 hits for the Gamecocks today. Infield back with 2 outs. Grounded right side. Edwards has got it. Throws to first, and Ensley retired for the first time today. The Gamecocks get a runner aboard. They leave her stranded. We've completed 6, still 2-1 Aggies. For her 7th inning of work today, you see what she's done. 8 strikeouts, 1 shy of matching her season high. Gave up single runs in the 3rd and the 4th inning. Just a couple of walks and a hit batter, but struck out 8. The pivotal moment in the game came in the 3rd inning when the Aggies loaded the bases with 1 out, and she only allowed the 1 run, and that kept her team in the game. Now she'll try to keep the Aggies where they are and give her team a chance in the bottom of the 7th. 9-1-2 though, due up for the Aggies, and the 9 spot has been a tough out. Frankie Brazel 2 for 2 today, a couple of singles and a run scored.
Brazel's done an excellent job in the 9-hole, turning over the lineup, doing her job getting on base.
It's like having a second leadoff hitter.
It is, and that makes it tough. I mean, I think at this level, gone are the days where your 9 spot is, maybe your weaker hitter. That doesn't work like that anymore. You need someone that has the mentality of knowing that I'm down here, but my job is to turn the lineup over, get on base, and set that top spot up.
Friedel falls behind 2-0 here. Corners in for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, Friedel's done a really great job. I spoke in the open about how South Carolina really needs other pitchers.
Shea Anderson stays with it and gets the out there, but yeah, finish the thought. This is exactly what the Gamecocks needed, if not just for today, but for the rest of the season moving forward.
Yeah, just needed other pitchers in the bullpen to step up and take some innings so that they could allow Jory Hurd to have some rest and that Hurd could be more effective.
Yep.
She's not effective when she's having to throw 3 games, you know? So this is a great outing so far for Friedel.
Yeah, win or lose, she's kept her team into the game heading into the last inning.
Absolutely.
Top of the order now for the 3rd baseman, Kennedy Powell, who's 1 for 3 today. Skies that one down the right field line. McKay can't get to it. It's going to be extra bases. Watch the speed here. She's going to go for 3, and she is safe.
Oh, they want
Natalie
Heath, challenge.
Yeah, wants to challenge that. And at this point, you haven't used one. You almost have to here.
Absolutely. Talk about a bullet throw by McKay. That was an excellent relay. Looks like they are going to challenge the call.
Yep, as it stands, it's a triple. Well, you knew when that ball got down in the corner and you saw the great speed of Powell.
South Carolina is challenging the out call, or sorry, the safe call at 3rd base. This play is under review.
So we'll take another look at it, but you could see when she turned around first, you knew she wasn't stopping at second. She had her head down, and you knew she was going for 3 all the way. And the way this game has gone, an additional run could be very big for the Aggies. But look at this throw. The 1 hops to the 3rd baseman, Heath.
Woo!
I don't know.
This might be a good use.
Yep.
I mean, I think, like you said, this late in the game, you've got to challenge that. But talk about, did you see, yeah, McKay couldn't get to the ball, but did you see how she played it off the wall?
Yep.
Then she barehanded it, had an on-line throw through her cut, went straight to third base. And Powell heads up base running. I mean, you would expect that. You've got to challenge the arm, especially from a right fielder that hasn't played much in that position.
And you know the rule, you need definitive proof here. And you can't tell exactly when the tag was made. It was a bang play there.
Definitely. And so what they're going to look for is to see if the tag was made, was it too high up on the arm of
Right.
Powell sliding in? I don't think that angle did it justice, though.
Obviously, Natalie Heath thought she got her. Great throw by Jamie McKay, as we told you, played baseball in high school. In fact, also played for the U.S. Women's National Baseball Team. She's a pitcher and a catcher on that. And here playing D1 college softball. And threw a dart from the corner in right field.
Well, and it was on point. So
Yep.
regardless of what the call ends up being, I mean, that just relay, the play was great. So this is what they're looking for. And look, they're going to look for definitive evidence that the hand was off of the bag right there when the tag was applied. Now, what you can't see from here is the glove touching the arm?
Right. You can see the glove move back there.
Uh-huh.
And balls, it's been changed to an out.
2 outs.
So it's a double.
Carolina retains their challenge.
Yep. Powell will get credit for a double then and thrown out at third. 9-5.
That's huge. Coach Chastain Woodard has trusted her players on every challenge that we've seen over the last now 2 games. Good use of it.
So now 2 outs, bases empty. That changes the complexion of the things for the moment. What a play by Jamie McKay.
Yeah, and that can be momentum. So for South Carolina, you're hoping that they carry forth that momentum.
Here's Kelsey Mathis, the center fielder. 0 for 2 with a walk, a couple of strikeouts as well. Checks her swing, did not go around. Now for the Gamecocks, you got to get that third out and give yourself a chance in the bottom of the frame. Obviously a great throw there by McKay, but Natalie Heath as well. Remember, she's not an everyday third baseman.
True, yeah, and you almost forget that because of the way she was set up. It was on point.
Slap the tag down, because sometimes the energy is to slap the glove there before you actually catch it, and you don't actually get it in the web. And did a great job on both ends.
Well, and that was a one-hop throw too.
Yep.
So taking her eyes off the ball, that's something I see a lot. She saw the ball all the way into the glove.
Ball and 2 strikes now on Mathis.
There wasn't you can easily, you got to be careful because you can get in trouble for obstruction. Looks like we're gonna have a timeout.
Yep.
I think A&M realizes the momentum shift here. Already behind in the count for Mathis. Just take a breath. Let's see if we can break the rhythm up a little bit.
2 outs, bases empty, and a 1-run game here in the 7th. After a terrific pitcher's duel yesterday, I think we got an even better one here today.
And as a pitcher, I love to see it.
Yep.
I don't care about those 16-14
Yeah.
games.
One-two pitch to Mathis. Misses low. Gamecocks playing her to pull. Again, misses inside, runs a full count, and this is the one you want to get if you're Emma Friedel and the Gamecocks, because Maya Perez is on deck.
Yeah, and it looks like they're trying to stay low in the zone, and Friedel struggled with this approach in Mathis's second at bat, ended up walking her. So I'd really like to see Friedel go with something she feels comfortable with.
Payoff pitch. Strike 3 called, inning over. Emma Friedel fired up. Gamecocks have a chance as Friedel ties her season high with her 9th strikeout. 2-1 as we head to the final half of the 7th here in Columbia. Wheelhouse. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 2-1. Texas A&M trying to hold on to even the series here after the Gamecocks won a tightly contested matchup yesterday, 3-1 to open the series. And see the numbers on Lessentine. She has been very efficient. Not yet 70 pitches heading into the 7th inning. Has held the Gamecocks to just 1 run on 3 hits. And she will face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters here in the bottom of the 7th. Kai Byers, the designated player, freshman, to lead things off. 0 for 2, a pop to short and a grounder to short. Some outstanding pitching, outstanding defense today as well.
Yeah, this has been a great game to call, to watch. Love seeing just different elements of the game. And I mean, you know, A&M has 1 error on the board defensively, but it doesn't seem like that.
Right.
It really has been a really good game.
Off the plate here, 2-0. Fans living and dying in every pitch here. Gamecocks trying to rally late. Aggies trying to even the series up and force a rubber match tomorrow. Misses low. Gamecocks would love a base runner here. Lessentine has not walked anybody today.
Yeah, and I'm looking, and I think this is actually, well, no, she started off the game getting behind 3-0, so this is only the 2nd time she's been in that position.
Really impressed with how efficient she's been in getting the Gamecocks to swing at pitches early in the counts to get these low pitch innings.
Yeah, when you talk about efficiency, you know, she's still got some gas in the tank if they need to go to her tomorrow.
There's a 4-pitch walk. No, exactly right. 4-pitch walk, and the Gamecocks get the tying run aboard. First free pass allowed by Lessentine today, and it brings up Natalie Heath. Big Bat Nat, as they call her, had the 3-run home run yesterday that ended up being the game winner for the Gamecocks, even though it happened early in the game. She represents the winning run here at the plate with nobody out in the 7th. We'll see how the Gamecocks play it.
Well, I really like what I just saw from Lexi Winters, who's on deck there. The senior just kind of made eye contact with Natalie, just with the kind of energy that just came out with her coming up to bat now with a runner on first, and it looked like she was saying, hey, stay within yourself, stay here, and that's important in these situations. You don't want to change much. See ball, hit ball.
It's this one down the left field line. Everybody chasing. Dement, the shortstop's got it, and there's 1 away. So 1 out for the aforementioned catcher, Lexi Winters, who's flied out to left twice today, 0 for 2. Byers, by the way, just one stolen base on the year over at first. Gamecocks would love to at least get the tying run into scoring position. Yeah, the two Sydneys for Texas A&M are a pretty good 1-2 punch.
You think?
They are both tough in different ways.
Tough to beat.
Strike taken here by Winters.
I think it's funny, too, they have the same first name.
Yeah. Hey, you can't just say, well, who's pitching today? Sydney. Yeah, okay.
Right.
No, the good one. Yeah, well.
And there are other pitchers on the staff.
Yes.
Let's be clear, but these are the ones that are carrying the most innings.
This is low.
I'm just trying to think of you as a coach, like if you and I coached together.
Oh, no, it would be a mess. We'd be throwing hands. 2-1, hit in the air to left field. Allen comes in, makes the grab for out number 2. Got a great jump on it. And the Gamecocks down to their last out. Winters has flied out to left 3 times today. And it's up to the shortstop, Shea Anderson. 0 for 1 today, was lifted for a pinch hitter in the last plate appearance. She fouled out to short in the 3rd inning, and her pinch hitter, Tate Davis, was hit by a pitch back in the 5th inning. Infield back with 2 outs. Aggies trying to hold on to even the series up. Anderson takes a strike.
You can see Lessentine is really locked in after giving up the walk to start this inning.
Popped up behind home plate. That'll get out of play, and the Gamecocks down to their final strike here. Anderson 0 for 3 in the series. Does have 6 home runs on the year. Off the plate. Checked her swing. Did she go around? She did, and that'll do it. The Aggies even the series in a pitcher's duel. Sydney Lessentine goes the distance as Texas A&M defeats South Carolina 2-1 here in Game 2. Two great performances in the circle today.
Yeah, like I said, this was a great game, pitcher's duel. I think both teams defensively did their job. You know, South Carolina, as they come back to try to take the series tomorrow, they're going to have to fight a little harder at the plate. They're going to have to make some better decisions, pitch selections. And for A&M, they're going to have to show their grit because South Carolina is showing that they can play. They can hang with these teams.
Yep, 2 good pitching duels, and the series is split at a win apiece. We'll have the rubber match for you tomorrow. Megan and I will be back with you. That's going to do it from Columbia. For our producer Jessica Hinkle and our entire SEC Network crew and Dr. Megan Matthews-Bunning, I'm Brad Muller. We'll see you tomorrow.